Well, hello there everyone, and holy shit, it's been a couple of months since I last made a commentary. I am extremely lazy, aren't I? Alright, today's commentary is going to be on some guy I can't remember the name of. It's Dave the Video Maker, you fucking scrub, and his video in some rant on Alvin Hung that I don't know the name of either. It was sitting in my vault for a very long time, and I just thought I would make a commentary in it for pointless filler. It's possible that the person I am commentating on has changed his ways since then, and to that I say, this video is not an attack against you. Anyway, let's jump right in.
Hello guys.
MLG Quickscope for 2069 Blaze it smoke weed everyday illuminati confirmed low epic dank memes oh shit, that was completely out of the range of decency.
Hello guys.
Jesus, this profile pic just reeks of GoAnimate mature user aestheticism. You got some ESPN driver, overlaid with some text that says you Alvin Hung haters are a waste of time. The phrase waste of time seems to be their favorite phrase, I don't know why.
I'm Daniel.
Hi Daniel, my name is Ottomagic Critic.
And today I am going to be doing a commentary on another rant on Alvin Hung. This was made by KUFTW The Simpsons FTL from the 13th of February 2016.
Fuck, this video is old. I mean yes, I commentate on a lot of old videos for some reason, so I don't think I'm one to talk now.
This is actually surprising, since this user is a cartoon police member, which should make this video interesting.
Well, I don't think it's that surprising to be completely blunt. Isn't cartoon police membership just the main cornerstone for people who make these types of rants?
Without further ado, let's get this commentary started.
What the hell happened to the video? Is the ranter a ghost? Did the GoAnimate for Schools watermark eat him? Looks are deceiving when watermarks are involved, and I know I have quite a history with them.
Alvin Hung?
Oh my god, it's a fucking ghost! Alright boys, you know what to do. Time to pull out your crucifix.
More like a Alvin fucker.
Ew. Disgusting. Gross. Cringe bro. You want to fuck Alvin? Jesus, talk about an unanticipated reference to which one gets the best head. To all the degenerates who got the reference, I am truly sorry for putting that reprobacy in your brain.
Oh my god, this person sucked.
Is that the best insult you can ever do?
I mean, I guess it is. There is nothing more disgusting than Alvin fucker. If you want to look into it with degenerate leg guys, it's not that funny. Stop being so immature and get your head out of your asses for once. That was only a test to see who's a degenerate and who isn't.
And here we go again with the more like crap. This phrase is getting old.
And here we go again with the complaining about the X more like Y formula. This phrase is getting old. Alright gamers, can we make this bit a chain like the good old days?
Let's see, what Alvin is not save. First, Alvin not save other shirts, eyes, ear and mouth.
Well, it seems like Alvin is not save this poor guy's grammar. Alright gamers, can we make this bit a chain? Are people still doing chains in the year of our Lord 2020? Also, I don't really think this is a problem that this fellow would take notice of, considering that the last time GoAnimate changed the eyes, ears and mouth in Comedy World was somewhere around 2012. I should know, there has been an influx of new users to the website way after 2012. I could be wrong, maybe they did, but they only changed one pixel and left it at that.
Alvin Hung replace old color palette into the new one in GoAnimate for Schools.
Okay. First of all, Alvin Hung removed the old Comedy World eyes, mouth, ears, shirts and pants because they were too violent for GoAnimate for Schools.
So basically, Alvin removed the eyes, ears and mouth because they were too violent for GoAnimate for Schools? How? I mean, when you said that some of the shirts and pants were too violent, I can somewhat understand where you're coming from, considering that you can choose to have your characters wear attire that have bodily fluids and some other fun stuff on it. If you want to make the argument that this type of stuff is not compatible to the learning environment GoAnimate for Schools wants to have, that's something I can understand and justify. But how the fuck are the eyes, ears and mouth violent? Ah yes, I remember having the ears on GoAnimate unload rounds in innocent civilians. Not to mention, he wasn't referring to GoAnimate for Schools when he was referring to the eyes, ears and mouth. The only time he mentioned it was when he brought up Alvin replacing the old color palette into the new one in that version. With that in mind, if your theory that Alvin thought the eyes, ears and mouth were too violent and therefore removing them is the most ethical, that shows some incompetency on Alvin's part, since he should remove it on GoAnimate for Schools and not the regular website. Another thing I forgot to mention is that this is Comedy World we're talking about, not Lil Peeps. If you are talking about some of the Lil Peeps' body parts getting removed, then that can be more justifiable. But how are the Comedy World characters' body parts violent? Comedy World is fucking children's play, if we compared to the stuff Lil Peep says, so I fail to see what you're talking about.
Second of all, he replaced the old color palette into the new one because he thinks it looks cool and you have more colors to choose from.
I guess where the problem lies to the GoAnimators who complain about the color palette changes due to the overall nostalgic aesthetic rather than efficiency, but that's just my theory.
Third of all, fix your grammar.
If only Alvin Hung were to save his grammar.
Alvin Hung not save stock characters and Comedy World characters into new characters, then Alvin can't save comments, likes, favorites, messages, followers and following.
The comments, favorites, followers, messages, followings.
The comments, favorites, messages, followers and following. The comments, favorites, messages, followers and following. The comments, favorites, messages, followers and following.
The comments, favorites, followers, messages, followings, and likes got removed because Alvin Hung saw those gotards cyberbullying on the site by sending certain types of threats.
You mean like every other social media platform that has ever existed? Well then let's delete every single comment section that has ever existed in the internet. We might at least save a few lives. Second, Alvin Hung did not delete the comment section because of some GoAnimate faggots telling others that they are grounded. Alvin deleted those things because his opinions on how he wanted to market his product has changed over time. In large part, he wanted to market his product to a new business-friendly model, and the ability to comment and favorite and send private messages is simply not compatible under a business-friendly website. Not to mention, even if we went by your theory that he removed those things mentioned above because of GoFags sending grounded threats, why the fuck would he remove the rest of the features, like followers, followings, favorites, likes, etc.? Why couldn't he just remove the comments and messages and nothing else? Deleting anything else would seem like a waste of time, if you wanted to target the issue at hand, as these things don't seem to enable this sort of behavior compared to the grounded threats and such being delivered. Besides, if Alvin Hung truly cared about people not sending grounded threats, why didn't he just hire moderators that will regulate the type of behavior that is not wanted in the GoAnimate community? That would make a lot more sense than deleting fucking everything. Otherwise he wanted to market his website in a different way.
So he did this to keep the website safe from harm.
Again, if Alvin truly cared about the whole kit and caboodle of shit-flinging between good and bad users, he would have hired moderators that will regulate what is acceptable on GoAnimate. He wouldn't delete every fucking ability to communicate with other people willy-nilly, if it's to stop faggot comedian from sending a grounded threat to racist baby show fan 69. That would be horrendous business practice.
Also, he removed the old Comedy World characters because he feels like adding some new ones.
Yeah, the video you're targeting doesn't seem to have that much substance, to be honest. It's essentially just a list of things Alvin updated into the site rather than critically analyzing on which update is worthy of consideration or otherwise. I don't even know what it is with GoFags. When it comes to Alvin, these people for the most part seem to be indifferent from the fuck ton of updates GoAnimate has been through at the time, up until it came time for Alvin to remove the ability to comment, and now they have a problem with it. Now they are making rants on Alvin, listing off all the updates he did after 2010, which is when Alvin has by whatever metaphysical causality turned into a pun of Baphomet, and they are treating these updates like it's some travesty, even though they never used those themes when they were there, nor did they discover GoAnimate when these themes were there at all.
Learn to accept reality.
Except most of your reasons to justify Alvin making updates are not true, and it ends up making Alvin look like an incompetent fool.
Alvin Hung destroy Crepster, Heart Regular, Japanese brush and Russian text.
I guarantee that should those fonts be around to this day, he and those like him wouldn't be that interested in using those fonts to begin with, which ends up destroying their value. I'm not saying that those criticisms are not valid. I mean Russian text and Japanese paint sound like really cool font choices.
Alvin Hung need back Akin, Willie Nelson, Star Trek, Underdog and other deleted themes back, but he can't back because this is not freestyle.
Okay, first of all, he removed the old fonts because he needs money for his family.
So, basically, Alvin removed the fonts that you can get for free online anyway, because he needed money. What fucking nonsense are you speaking? I mean I have Super Family Fund, Welton 2001, Sans Poster Bold, Induction, Good Times, Lettermatic, Ethnocentric, Onion Encounters, Mank 64, Krabby Patty, Guzorama, Catalan Perjalanan, Viacom 2, Old English, Deutsche, Glockenspiel, Arcade Brawl, Yahoo, X-Files, CNN, and year supply of Fairy Cake. I am not seeing myself emptying my wallet dry over these fucking fonts, because I can get them for free online. Even if Alvin Hung for whatever reason has to pay actual cash to pay for these things, I don't think it would hinder him from still putting food in the table, because he added a select set of font choices for his program. Besides, Alvin is a CEO of a company, so I assume he gets paid quite a bit. But, let's take your imagined socio-economic position of the literal CEO of a major company the benefit of the doubt. If Alvin knew that his children would go to bed starving because of his decision to add new fonts for his program, he probably wouldn't add these fonts anyway, which would probably make him seem more irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Also, those themes got removed because of copyright issues. Yeah, that's right. He doesn't want to get sued by the original owners, which is why he removed those themes.
No, the real reason why Alvin removed those themes is that the themes came with a license, and by the time the license expired was the time that the themes expired as well. Just wanted to point that out.
I wish Alvin hung back community library, dashboard, old prop maker, custom heads, hats and handhelds and GoPro and Go Plus. I want Anvine hung.
You hear that? It's not Alvin Hung anymore, it's fucking Anvine Hung.
I want Anvine hung back stick figure, newest videos, Geo points, Go Bucks, Monsters Mayhem and other deleted themes. But he can't because this is for school.
Who gives a crap about the community library?
Well, clearly it's him. To be honest, I loved using the community library. When I was on GoAnimate as well, there had been a whole assortment of characters and props that I can use from the community. There were actual characters on it made by GoAnimators that had lip syncing, something that most people couldn't manage to do, because they would rather make Eric getting grounded for the billionth time rather than experimenting with what they could do to add in the creative potential that the community library provided.
He removed that because he doesn't want to get sued by Sega, Warner Brothers and companies that own the characters in it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get sued by companies that own the characters, so he deleted the entire fucking community library because of a few characters that are created by the community. What fucking good would that do? That's like me firebombing an entire city, because a child is about to steal a cookie. Not to mention, at least the characters in the community library were made by other people, and not made by Alvin Hung and his elf. If the companies cared this much about copyright, when it comes to the community library, who's to say that the Sonic parodies made in Flash are potentially victims of the same thing? It's not like they are re-uploading entire episodes from Sonic Sat AM.
Not to mention, but he removed that due to dangerous and illegal viruses.
This is manageable. There could be some restrictions in which things are safe to use and which isn't, instead of putting everything out with a flamethrower, but that's just my opinion.
GoBucks got removed so that you can make characters for free.
Here's an anecdote. When I made my GoAnimate account in late 2014, there were no GoBucks, but I couldn't customize any additional characters other than the ones that were offered to me. The only time where you can create GoAnimate characters without having to pay was in March of 2015, when new users can have a 14-day free trial, where they can customize the characters to how they see fit. Removing GoFucks seemingly did not solve the problem Alvin wanted to solve. Wait, if Alvin Hung is poor and needed money, why the hell would he remove GoBucks in the first place? Again, this is another poor justification that only makes Alvin seem more incompetent than he actually is.
He removed certain non-business themes because they were not working with HTML5.
Now, this is a point that I can agree with. Many of the Flash themes such as Comedy World and Lil Peeps were made with Flash, and only worked on Flash Player. Because Flash Player is starting to become outdated, in exchange with this hot new market language HTML5, it's only a matter of time for Alvin to convert the recent themes to HTML5.
Not because Comedy World is a rip-off of Family Guy due to the backgrounds.
Literally nowhere in the video did he insist that Comedy World was a rip-off of Family Guy, so
they don't look similar.
Even though the art style as well as the overall aesthetic is supposed to emulate that of Family Guy's, so what gives? Thanks to the power of my unbelievably huge noise-resistant earmuffs that make me look autistic, I am able to make a joke about the overly distorted audio that is meant to emulate anger, which is what I like to pretend is too loud for my microscopic ears.
He's the worst character ever!
You heard it here, folks. Alvin Hung is a character, and not an actual person. He's actually one of the main antagonists of the Joker movie.
So let me get this straight, you think that grounded these kids is funny?
I do. And I am tired of pretending it's not. The Eric voice in my computer doesn't work anymore.
I cannot believe you deleted GoAnimate. That's it. I hate you.
Man, talk about pure vitriol right there. When the audio all of a sudden spazzes out and starts to echo, possibly unintentionally, I felt that.
Whoa. Calm the fuck down.
Oh. Calm the heck down right there.
Seriously, There is no need to get angry just because Alvin Hung did some updates to GoAnimate.
Seriously, you don't have to yell just because you hate One Direction and the movie This Is Us.
They are multiplying.
Also, Alvin Hung may shut down the site if you keep blaming on him, and trust me, you don't want that to happen.
So, let me get this straight. Alvin Hung, the founder and former CEO of GoAnimate, the main thing he has accomplished in his life, provided with the years of work and soul he has put into it, and has laid the foundation of an entire community of people sharing their ideas and exceeding their creative potential with the program that he made. Knowing this, Alvin is going to shut it all down, because some little kids use his program to make a bunch of rant videos telling him that he is grounded. Yeah, seems like something Alvin Hung would do alright.
Here is what the people said in this video. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, this is exactly what the GoAnimate prophets warned us about. We will be dealing with Family Guy characters holding up these needlessly huge picket signs with the Comic Sans font. In fact, let's look at these signs right now. Back stock and old custom characters right now. If you not back hackin', we kill you. Back Go Plus, GoPro, Dashboard, Underdog, Happy Bunny, and old full stuff. A+ for grammar, my friend. Goddamn, it's like the person who made this video just had a stroke from typing all that. Also, Mr. Bandicam watermark.
They are putting signs up to force Alvin Hung to bring back the old features, when in reality, he will not bring back them.
Great grammar mate, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I think we already knew that from the get-go, pal.
The middle post says, "We kill you. Are you heartless much? You can get a life sentence for killing someone."
You know, one thing that I really want is to just delve into the mind of the average mature user, whose world tells them that these little kids would actually commit to what they say and kill Alvin Hung, or something childish like that. These go-fags don't even have the motivation into actually creating original videos. The extent to which they take action against you is getting their little friends to send a bunch of grounded threats on your channel, so there's very little reason to question the feasibility of their retarded death threats.
But he didn't do angry.
Now, it's time back old stuff in GoAnimate for schools, and to turn into GoAnimate freestyle.
Seriously? You can't go to Alvin Hung's office and bring back the old features.
Jesus Christ, you're acting like this fucking pipsqueak is actually committing to go all the way to Alvin Hung's headquarters and bring back all of the old themes, assuming that their programming knowledge surpasses beyond that of grounded video making. Do you honestly think that he's being serious? Normally people who criticize the GoAnimate community would scoffingly say, "Yeah, I would love to see you try, kid," or something sarcastic like that. This guy, in the other hand, is looking at this and seemingly treating this as if there is some sort of validity and authenticity behind what he's saying.
You don't have the power to go in there and do all of that shit. The CEO will most likely kick you out before you even had the chance to do it.
You're right, so why are you questioning the validity of an obviously meaningless threat in the part of these go-fags, when it's obvious that they will not commit to it, since they are just a bunch of kids who don't know any better? That's like me arguing with some little kid playing Fortnite after doing that.
Fuck you, Otto! I am going to fuck your mom!
Oh really, you think you can actually fuck my mom? Okay, first of all, your penis is not big enough to fuck my mom, and my mom will call out the police should you get the opportunity to do so. And if there is consent between the two parties, my mom will instantly be on the list. Besides, this is the same fucking community that tells other people that they are grounded for a billion years, so them claiming to avenge their glory days by invading the GoAnimate headquarters and bringing back the old themes would not seem out of the ordinary to the overall problems the community has.
Oh.
Yes, now it's semicolon-s time back old stuff.
Yes, now it's semicolon-s time back old stuff. Yeah, I guess this bit should serve as a lesson to not type in the computer with your face. You know, it would be really nice if there were actual visuals being presented so we can properly understand what is going on, because having the sounds all by themselves, completely out of context, seems a bit awkward to say the least.
Do you know who hates him?
Here we go again with the "do you know who likes this bullcrap?"
Do people still do chains anymore? Curious question.
Screw Alvin Hung.
And screw X and screw Y? This phrase is getting old.
You know, I get it. GoAnimate rants are practically known for being repetitive and formulaic, but goddammit, this part of the rant is extremely insignificant that I don't even know why you are even commenting on it. Literally every other ranter that isn't GoAnimate related has done it at some point, so this adds nothing to the video whatsoever.
Well, that was a very cringe-worthy rant. I hated the part when he yelled at him for the updates he did and he made a post when he said that they will kill him.
I'm sorry, what?
I hated the part when he yelled at him for the updates he did and he made a post when he said that they will kill him.
Okay, let me try to repeat what you said. I hated the part when he yelled at him for the updates he didn't, when he made a post, when he said that they will kill him. God, perhaps proofreading your own scripts is also a waste of time. Duh.
He could get a life sentence if he actually killed someone.
Again, we're talking about the fucking GoAnimate community, the same community that tells other people that they are grounded for a billion years, so it would seem a little ridiculous that these kids would risk everything to murder a CEO of a company.
That will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember, do not blame Alvin Hung over updates, because you will get criticized by mature people.
Wait, what? We shouldn't blame Alvin Hung for the new updates? Now, I may not be the biggest expert when it comes to business practice, but isn't Alvin Hung the CEO of GoAnimate? Shouldn't he get the final say on what gets to be featured in his program? If that's the case, then there is no reason to not have Alvin Hung responsible for the updates, because that's what he wants for his website.
I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
Peace out, my dude. And this is where I am ending the video. Overall, this video was pretty cringe, bro. To be fair, compared to Neil Parker Jr., you actually came out more intelligently, and you genuinely want to stray away from the cancer the GoAnimate community has festered itself in for all time, but that isn't saying much, if we look at the actual problems the video has. One problem is that a lot of the justifications you make for Alvin Hung removing shit actually makes him look like an incompetent business owner. One good example is when you were justifying him deleting the eyes, ears and mouth, as well as the font choices. When you said he removed the font choices because he needed money, that would imply that Alvin is poor, but he doesn't know how to manage his spendings. He knew he had a budget drainage, but he decided to waste all of it through spending a fuck ton of money on fonts that he would have otherwise got for free online. Yeah, not a good look on Alvin Hung, if we actually looked into it rationally. Another problem with the video stems from the overall problems many Alvin Hung defenders seem to have, and that is flat out invalidating criticism of Alvin Hung, and dismissing them as a bunch of angry goathags who are just mad that their precious grounded videos aren't being made to how they see fit. Yes, many of the criticisms of the new updates in large part come from goathags, but to think that there isn't any legitimate discourse to be had about it is just plain dishonest. I believe that there can be valid criticism against Alvin Hung deleting the ability to comment, because that takes away the sense of community that the website is known for by many people. To tell you the truth, I was honestly pretty upset when Alvin deleted those things back in 2015. I of course moved in from it, because I have transitioned myself from a GoAnimate drone to a YouTuber, so it doesn't really affect me as much anymore. The only problem with the criticism against Alvin Hung is that many of the goathags who criticize Alvin Hung don't really do anything that is really contributing to the community or the artistic potential that GoAnimate had, but instead they use it to make grounded videos on bad users, as well as have an autistic shit-flinging contest against one another. I guarantee that should Alvin Hung not delete the ability to comment nor delete the non-business themes, most of them will continue their autistic escapades in the website. One more thing I should mention, I've also noticed that many of the people defending Alvin Hung used to be people just critical of the GoAnimate community attacking him, into seemingly treating him, as he is this benevolent creature who could do no wrong. The whole defending the CEO of a certain website no matter what mentality has been permeated into the minds of mature users. An example of this would be the current CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. One person that goes by the name of Mario Butron, who is soon to be covered, made a rant video on Susan Wojcicki haters. Mario claims that the reason why Susan Wojcicki has been fucking up is that, get ready for this, she needs money and that she's poor, and she needs to provide for her family. I am not even kidding, he actually used that defense for her. He essentially regurgitated some of the main talking points used by mature users to defend Alvin Hung, and used it on Susan Wojcicki, ignoring that Susan is a CEO of a giant media conglomerate that is used by billions upon billions of people every day, which makes the reason monstrously stupid and nonsensical. At least Alvin Hung is a CEO of a much smaller company. Okay, I think I should wrap it all up and conclude it as such. I'll give you a hint in what the next commentary is going to be. It's a topic relating to the subject matter of that really controversial Netflix movie that makes us want to look over our shoulders to see if the FBI isn't about to burst the door off the hinges. Anyway, this is not Ottomagic Critic, and I'll see you when I am offering for financial support concerning the wasp's nest that is right beside my bedroom door. See you next time.